Good morning, guys. You're not gonna believe this, but today I'm having lunch and spend the day with a Russian guy, Sanctioned Ivan.
What is up, everybody? You could probably hear me because look at this. Look at Johnny trying out the. I hope you're not hearing the chain scratch.
I don't know.
You're hearing what he's saying. Did you tell him that we had lunch?
Yeah, we just had lunch, and he's gonna take me around, show me around the day. And this is actually my first time spending the day with a Russian guy since the war started. You know that?
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
Holy schmucks. And I'm going to be showing him some cool things, the car project and everything. I noticed Johnny has a Ukrainian medallion.
Yeah, it was a gift. Yeah.
And you know what's interesting? The coin that my grandmother gifted me is actually it's a 50 ruble gold coin. And on this side it has the Russian eagle. But you know what? You know me. I'm friends with Ukrainians. They're my friends. It is what it is, you know.
He's what we call one of the good Russians.
The good that sounds really bad. It's like, and then you slowly slide me a dollar bill. It's like, oh yeah, you keep on saying what you're saying. Anyways, let's go check out what the heck is going on today, right? And then get some more food as well, because a lot of people say, Johnny, you eat too much food. You know what? He just met another guy that eats too much food. So all we're gonna be doing is just eating a bunch of food.
Let's go, guys.
I think
well, I'm gonna be riding in Ivan's famous cheap S-Class, big baller S-Class. Much better than these big ass Taurus vans, which I hate. I'm gonna sit in the back like a boss. No. There we go. Oh. Alright, so we are driving in Ivan's car. So for those who don't know, Ivan has a YouTube channel called Sanctioned Ivan. And it started as kind of a vlog of your life, right?
Yeah, in Russia.
In Russia. And I actually remember seeing some of their videos because you would go to these like car dealerships and show how luxury cars were still getting into Russia.
Yep.
Were you not afraid at the time, you know, that the Kremlin or the KGB, whoever, would be like, hey, man, like, stop showing this?
I didn't care about it because I wasn't really saying anything. I was just walking in there and showing what sort of cars there were. It wasn't, like, connected to any politics. But nobody else has talked about the car that supposedly Putin gifted to Kim Jong-un. And I thought, why should we not visit the dealership of that exact car? The Aurus, the Russian luxurious car. Now, let's hope we don't get kicked out of this place, because this is not your usual Lada dealership. This is not your UAZ dealership. This is... It's
kind of showing these fenced goods, right?
Yeah.
It's like if you like walked in somewhere, but like, look at all this heroin that all this fentanyl that came in.
You know the Chinese dealerships and the Russian dealerships. I was just making fun of them, and they didn't care about it too much because in Russia, it doesn't really work. But the Constitution says that if you're gonna walk into a business. It's a public space, so I was, when they were like, do you have a filming permit? I was like, yeah, I do. And they're like, show it to me. I was like, the Constitution. And they're like, oh, and they couldn't do much. I was like, if you don't like it, call the police. And they never did. But when I went to an American car dealership, it was really sketchy. I started filming. It was all good until the owner was like, stop filming here. And I'm like, what the heck? I can film whatever I want. So he called security. The guard was like, well, you have a filming permit? I said the same thing. And they were like, can you film 15 minutes later? And I'm like, what are you talking about? But those cars in Russia are expensive. They're like $150,000, $200,000. And not a lot of normal people can afford that, you know? And I remember when I was walking in, there was a Toyota Land Cruiser with a light bar and governmental plates. And then, when they started saying that, I see an old guy with a really young girlfriend. And I was like, that seems a bit off. And when I said, screw you, I'm not gonna stop filming, the guy actually ran away through the back door. Because he didn't want
to be on camera.
Yeah, because obviously a government official buying a $200,000 car looks sketchy, and
especially on their salary, which is
and they probably thought I was some sort of a journalist that finds information about them.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So before everyone starts commenting, saying, "Johnny, what are you doing hanging out with this
this
Russian guy?" Ivan has really been outspoken against the Russian government, Putin.
Putin has completely forgotten about Kursk region. If you guys didn't know, Ukraine has taken a huge chunk of Kursk region under their own control. 6 months after the start of the Ukrainian Armed Forces operation in Kursk Oblast, Vladimir Putin has practically stopped talking about what is happening in the region. What can we get from this? We can get that this is a complete defeat for Vladimir Putin. If Vladimir Putin is not talking about something like this, that means he's trying to hide away his losses and the fact that they were saying that they're going to get the Kursk region back in a week.
When did your channel actually kind of like because I remember in the beginning it was really just like about your life, about car stuff. When did it become this like news update channel?
I always kind of put a bit of news stuff in, but I think when it blew up, it didn't blow up, but when it started gaining traction, I got really pissed off because somebody in Russian television said something.
Okay.
And I was like, what the heck? And
do you remember what it was?
No, I don't.
Okay.
And I wanted to comment on it, so I just did it on my YouTube channel, and it just got a lot of views.
Yeah.
Compared to the other ones. And then the next day, I see some stupid news from Russia again. And I'm like, what are they smoking,
Yeah.
They're definitely heavy substances, or somebody hit them in the back of the head with a brick. And then I just started going on, and the crazy news just kept on going. So I was like, I don't even have enough time to talk about all of them,
Вот, если кому-то плохо видно. Я здесь часто же показывал из освобожденного Мариуполя, Курахова, из Нью-Йорка. Отовсюду привозим как напоминание. Как ведут себя враги. Мы сейчас так поставим красиво. Как ведут себя враги, так пусть готовятся. Я эти таблички из Берлина привезу. И из Бонна, и из Парижа. Из Лондона не смогу. Я не очень пока еще владел подводный вид спорта. Товарищ генерал, не будем, не будем. В пятницу я беру интервью у президента Ирана.
And that's how it became a kind of like a news channel about what's going on in Russia.
Yeah, and it's interesting because I think a lot of people, they want to hear it from an actual Russian person.
Yeah.
Because when you hear it from the American, or you hear from a Ukrainian, they say, "Oh, you guys are biased."
Yeah.
Like Russia's great. The economy is doing great. The government's awesome. Like Putin saved us all.
Sanctions don't work.
Yeah, sanctions don't work.
Yeah.
But then you saw it from the actual like a Russian citizen point of view.
Yeah, because I lived there, and you said at the start, with a Russian. My good YouTube friend, is Operator Starsky.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've done actually a podcast on my channel and then a live on his channel. Great guy as well, really interesting. So I'm not, I try to be friends with everybody. If somebody is going to be an asshole to me, I don't care what nationality he is. As long as the person is nice, I'll be nice to him as well.
Yeah.
That's just the way life is, Be nice to each other, guys.
Absolutely. So here's one of the kind of the hard parts. The reason why I haven't been hanging out with Russian people, especially is first off, it's kind of a principle thing right now where like the war is happening. I'm like, you know what? I'd rather just avoid any conflict. I actually have this Trezube here that was a gift, and I actually thought this would get me into like some arguments or fights.
Yeah.
But first off, I don't know if people either don't notice it or they just kind of like don't want to bring it up. But when I'm on like the song tiles, like these share taxis, I used to have a lot of discussions with people, just because it's an hour drive, right? And it was a good chance for me to practice speaking Russian. And I realized that young people, kind of under 25 or 30, whenever I would ask them, like and this is before I had this, so I was stealth, and I would ask them, what do you think of Putin? What do you think of the war? Anybody who was young or educated or well traveled, they would all say like, oh, I'm completely against it. Putin's an asshole. But there were so many people over 30, especially over 40, that I was like, what? Like, how can you think he's a great guy? How can you, like...
That's the people who watch television, you know, and propaganda in Russia is really... And, you know, I'm not saying, like, it's really good. It's being perfected. You know, it's like something that has been done so well that people believe in whatever they say. And that's not a good thing. I'm just saying it's good the way...
It's good propaganda.
Yeah, good propaganda. I mean, if
well-made propaganda.
Yeah, well-made. Yeah. And that's why a lot of people who are above that age, they might not use the internet as much and learn the other side of the story. They start believing in that, you know?
Yeah. So don't believe it. Don't believe the hype.
You know what I say to people? When I went to school in Ireland, I had an amazing history teacher, and he said, don't believe one source. Check out at least 3 sources before doing like an essay or something like that. The same, even when people watch my news stuff, I could be wrong. So make sure to check like 3 sources, 4 sources, because you can get, you know, you need to know and make up your own mind on what's true and what's not true, you know, what makes more sense.
That's definitely really good advice. The problem is a lot of people end up checking 3 like biased news sources, you know.
That's true.
This isn't like an ad for Ground News or anything, even though I wish they would sponsor me. But like, you know, COVID conspiracies or vaccine conspiracies or like moon landing, you know, flat Earth conspiracy, whatever it is, right? Like I've met people, unfortunately, that believe it, and they're like, here's 3 articles. I'm like, these 3 articles are all from dumbass sources, right?
It's like from the same website.
Yeah, or 3 like, you know, just crappily written, you know, super biased places. So unfortunately, you know, if someone makes up their mind before they like actually want to do it, or someone cherry picks, or someone doesn't understand the nuance, and you know, they can come up with some kind of correlation where they're like, okay, well, you know, Zelensky said this, therefore, or you know, Victoria Nuland was handing out cookies in Maidan, so therefore it's a CIA operation. And the hard part is trying to fight it, because when someone plants a seed of doubt, and this is actually how propaganda, especially Russian propaganda, works, is, and like, you know, they take like one little phrase that's really easy to repeat, that sounds bad, but it takes like someone like us like half an hour to try to explain why it's not true.
Yeah, exactly.
So, and it's tiring, guys. Honestly, that's why I've stopped talking about politics. This is why I'm taking a break and just living in Thailand, going fishing, and just fucking chilling out and trying to live my life.
Oh, you know what you just said about what storyline made me go into news? I just remembered. You talked about planting a seed. When Tucker Carlson was in Russia for the first time, he went to a grocery store, and he was like, "Look, Americans, everything is so cheap."
Yeah.
And I'm like, what do you expect when people earn like $300, $400 a month? It's not going to be the same prices in the States, but that doesn't mean that the buying power of Russians are better than in the US. You know, that's what gave it all a big beginning, I think. Tucker Carlson.
Yeah, so there we go. All right, let's drive, guys. I didn't even know where you're taking me. Take me into your garage?
Yeah.
Are we going to go see your soon-to-be V8 Monster?
It already starts up and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
Yeah, I was really hoping that maybe they worked on it yesterday when I was celebrating my birthday, but I have really high doubts.
Okay, well, it'd be good to hear it at least start up.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, I'll tell later.
Gas.
Get some gas.
Yeah. Why are you only getting 1,000 baht worth of gas? Doesn't this thing drink?
It doesn't drink that much. You just in case, like you said, broke ass mentality.
Man, you know what? People were saying that you were a CIA paid shill. And you got
they're not paying me enough.
Yeah.
When you go to the States, can you ask them for a pay raise for me?
By the way, this isn't a $150,000 car. Oh, it probably was a $100,000 car.
Yeah,
but
a long time ago.
He paid much less than that.
Yeah, much. If you go on like Facebook Marketplace and check out all the Mercedes, this car is going to be cheaper by like 100,000 baht, 150,000 baht.
It's basically like my 2008 Cayenne.
Yeah. And if you want to buy it, I'll sell it to you.
Oh my God, I don't want it.
Cheaper. Not you, but the viewers.
Guys, if you think me buying that Porsche Cayenne was a mistake, buying this S-Class is going to be a bigger mistake, especially in Thailand, where
it's only got like 400,000 kilometers on it.
That's 200,000 miles. Are parts super expensive for this car?
I hope I don't find out that. Can I pay my card?
I think they are. All right, here's the garage, the chop shop. Oh, I remember this from your videos.
Yeah.
What is that thing?
Rolls Royce,
Nice.
yeah.
So guys, we are in the American chop shop. Lots of cool cars here. Registration.
What?
And here is Ivan's old Nissan. Is it like a S11?
It's a Datsun Stanza,
That's a
1979.
Stanza. That's crazy. We got the welding over here.
Did electrician not
Fabricating.
call? Him not call?
Look at that.
Oh, 1 minute. Him come today.
This car is really cool. It's old school 911. But I think that's where the engine is supposed to be. No, no, this one's on the front. Look at that. This is kind of cool too. This old school. What do you call it? Rolls Royce.
We're going.
It's recorded? All right. So it's been a interesting, fun day.
Yeah, it was. I showed you around.
Yeah.
We had some food. I showed you my car.
Yep. And actually, we were talking how I used to be so into cars, and I don't know, things just changed. Like, you actually kind of remind me of when I was 26, 27.
Yeah, 26.
Happy birthday, by the way.
Yeah, thank you very
26.
much.
I was super into cars. I was super into not only like buying cars but fixing them up. I didn't have a S-Class, but I had a LS 400.
Oh, nice.
The Lexus version. You had the Escalade.
Yeah.
I had the Porsche Cayenne. You had the Datsun. I had a Nissan S12.
Oh,
Which
nice.
is the right before the S13.
Yeah, yeah.
I had a V6 in it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it was manual as well. So yeah, I feel like actually a lot of things that you're interested in now, like I went through kind of the same phases.
But I think the phase of me loving cars is never gonna go. It's like when I was a young kid,
Yeah.
people used to say, "Oh, you're gonna grow out of liking like rap songs."
Yeah.
26 and I still like them, you know.
I still like hip hop as well, but
Yeah.
yeah. But now you know what? It's funny. I'm also thinking about buying a car out here too, because I got my Thai driver license.
You should.
But you know what I want to get?
What?
I want to get a little Suzuki Celero or something.
Ah.
And I don't even want to get a manual anymore, especially because it's left-hand drive.
You know what?
Drive.
If you consider buying a car, hit me up,
Okay.
and we'll actually find it together.
Okay.
We'll hop in my car, drive there, check it out, and get it. I think it'll be
That
fun.
could be fun. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll
Little
do that.
road trip video of getting a car.
That'd be fun. All right, guys. If you haven't already, you can check out his channel, Sanctioned Ivan. He has 2 channels, actually. If you want to hear him talk shit about the Russian government, Sanctioned Ivan.
Yep.
And then if you want to see the car stuff, it's going to be Sanctioned
Drive. Sanctioned Drive. Yeah, it's not only gonna be a car. It's gonna be like vlogs and stuff like
You
that.
should call it Sanctioned Driven. Like
Driven.
Sanctioned Ivan, Sanctioned Driven.
Yeah. Somebody said I should call it Sanctioned Ivan, like a van.
Ivan. Oh.
Yeah. Made by Steve Jobs. Designed in California, produced in Russia.
That's funny. Okay. Well, it's been fun having fun.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for having
Yeah.
me, boss.
And thank you to my cousin behind the camera.
Yeah, look at him. Say a few words.
All right. Well, nice meeting you. That's a very conversation, interesting. It was just all together. It was like a good, fun entertainment and education. Get to know you guys, and it was fun.
Thank you. Now let's enjoy our drinks, guys. Well, we decided randomly to get some Japanese drink. You gonna sit in the front. I want to check out the back stuff. Yeah, no worries. Nice. Impromptu ramen trip. Okay, when you're the S-Class, you can drive Like
Dude,
an
I
asshole.
was writing, and I would have to always make sure that because you in US and then here's opposite side
Yeah.
of it. So I kept having a feeling that I want to go the opposite way of it, and I have to keep reminding myself not to do that.
Not to be an asshole.
Well, that's why you have to, because your sense of that directions are the opposite of it, you know.
Yeah,
So you have to kind of keep switching and coming back towards it. Yeah.
I think in the future, BMW,
Yeah.
Audi, but in the future, Chinese maybe.
No, Chinese cars are not good. I want to sell this and buy a BMW.
BMW. Making friends with everyone.
I just like fucking around, you know,
Yeah,
in traffic, some
yeah,
random
yeah.
people, you know.
That's
oh yeah,
funny.
look at this.
Yeah.
Johnny is being a spy, recording everything,
Oh,
making friends
yeah.
with the Germans,
Yeah.
making some historical stuff here, you know.
Here we go. So we've somehow ended up in the mall to have some ramen. Let's have some dinner, guys.
I mean, if it doesn't taste like garbage juice.
No.
I haven't ordered the most Western dish ever. The cheesy gyoza.
I'm trying to fit in with the Asians here, all right?
All right, that's a good point.
Cheese gyoza.
Okay.
Is it bad?
It's strange. It's not bad. It's not good. Maybe better some hot oil.
It's actually pretty interesting.
It's very weird.
Yeah.
It tastes like somebody accidentally dropped a piece of plastic cheese on my pasta here.
It's like when you take a bite out of it, it's like a pimple popping in your mouth.
It's not good. Don't order this. Definitely don't order this.
Pretty good.
No, it's not. It's not good.
Okay, guys, are you gonna trust the Asian with gyoza or?
Don't order.
Well, this is how you do it, right? You mix it up with a bit of oil.
And now they're trying to fix it. Okay.
Cover it and stuff so you can't
Cover it
taste it anymore.
Covering up.
I'm really Asian.
That's all yours, so you can eat all the ones that you want. Perfect. I'll take to my classics.
Look at this. This is like a masterpiece right here.
You need some smetana with it as well?
Oh yeah.
Is that better?
It is. You know what? The original ones are better.
The real ones?
This is
The
like
ones that they've been making for thousands of years? Yeah, that one's better.
I would imagine some like American guy coming in and be like, "Where's the cheese? I need some cheese." Because I was in a Japanese restaurant and the guy was like, "Where's the sushi?"
Not every Japanese restaurant serves sushi. Yeah. Good fun. See you guys there. We just got done with ramen. Where are we at now?
As much as we already shook hands and thought we're going separate
times.
ways until I mentioned about ramen. And knowing me and Johnny like to eat, we're like, let's go eat some ramen. Had about 20 bowls of ramen.
He was supposed to drive his girlfriend, Evelina, to dance, and he called. Is like, "Hey babe, do you have money for taxi? Okay, you go. I'm gonna go eat ramen with Johnny."
We have some important business. We need to eat some ramen.
That's all we do. We had like what, 20 some gizzard?
Gyoza, yeah, some cheese ones.
Those like cheese ones too.
So do you have Dairy Queen in the US?
This guy had the audacity of asking me if I ever had Dairy Queen,
Yes.
and I was like, "Yeah, of course. This is American brand."
Do you have McDonald's in the USA?
Get a. Where's the ledge? Russian Falls, 4th stories off of the mall.
But to be
Caught on video.
serious, do you have KFC in Kentucky?
Actually, I've heard the KFC in Kentucky is the best one.
Really?
I've never been.
Wow.
Yeah.
I wonder why. Make it even. How much is it? Here.
Okay.
Chip in.
You need 10 baht?
Put the camera on me. So Johnny ate about, hold on, no. Johnny ate like 2 ramen bowls, some chicken, and then At the time you pay, he says, let's divide the bill after eating like 5 ramen
You had
balls.
18 gyoza, and an extra meat and everything. And I had half the chicken with Jacob. And the ramen bowl was like $100. It would be smart though.
It's a great tactic.
Yeah. This is why you never split the bill with guys fatter than you.
That's actually a good idea. Imagine agreeing with everybody to divide a bill, and then me and Johnny comes and eats like the whole thing.
Well, he ordered the chicken, but he didn't eat that much.
I
of
had
it.
one.
So yeah.
You're gonna get. I
So
thought.
I didn't even order the chicken. That was Jacob.
Yeah, but you ate his chicken.
Yeah, I was helping him.
He only got 1 piece. That's great help.
Speaking of One Piece, he paid for the ice cream and he got the smallest one. Cheers. Cheers.
As they say, size doesn't matter.
Now we're gonna find the DJI store and get myself another mic. Here's the DJI, but let's probably finish our ice cream before we go in. You're slow on that. Enjoying it.
You can guys hear me. Johnny can't hear me. I'm just talking here without Johnny hearing me. You guys don't know what's going on. I'm just speaking. He's looking at his cousin.
So I'm getting myself the new mini mic. DJI. So with this, I'm going to start to use my Osmo Action 5 to record dual audio. Look up. Thank you. Bye-bye. Well, that's it.
All right. All right.
We already said our goodbyes. But drive safe. Thanks for everything. Take care of yourself.
Some good ramen we have today.
Oh, really good. I had 2 bowls, guys.